Every time you drive, there's a risk of getting into a car accident. Making sure your kids are wearing their seatbelts correctly is important. The state's car seat law is changing next week to keep your kids safer. 4 News Now's Eleni Dow explains what the new law is and how you can protect your kids while driving on the road.
So there is a fine if you get pulled over and your kid is not restrained correctly, but a ticket is not the same as getting into a car accident.
This is what happens when a 6-year-old is not wearing a seatbelt correctly, a crash that every parent wants to avoid. But to make sure your kids are safe in their seats, they need to be in correctly.
The new law is aimed to protect kids of all different ages better.
Starting January 1st, your kids will have to use a booster seat until they are big enough to fit a seatbelt properly. That happens when kids are at least 4 foot 9 inches.
So kids that are shorter than that, the lap belt rides up on their soft tummy, and that can cause bad internal damage if they were to get into a crash.
Most kids will have to be in a booster seat until they are between the ages of 10 and 12 years old. Some may wonder, what about adults that are 4'9" or shorter? No booster seat. Adults' bones are more developed than kids.
They don't need that booster seat as much as a younger kid who still has soft bones and immature musculoskeletal system.
Some other new requirements: kids under 2 years old have to be in a rear-facing car seat. Kids ages 2 to 4 should be using forward-facing car seats.
If we keep kids rear-facing longer, then that gives their neck and full spine more of a chance to develop.
So how do you know if your kid is ready to be in a regular seatbelt? There's a 5-step test. Your kid's back should be against the seat. Knees should be able to bend at the edge of the seat. The belt should lay properly on the shoulder and upper thighs. Their feet should be on the floor, and they have to be able to stay that way the entire car ride.
Most accidents happen less than 5 minutes from your house, so keeping kids safe, even on a quick trip to the grocery store or to the mall or whatever, is the best thing. And adults should always wear their seatbelts as well.
So if you do get pulled over and your kid is not in their seatbelt correctly, you can get a $139 fine. There are places here in Spokane and in Coeur d'Alene to figure out if your car seat is put in correctly. You can find that list on our website at KXLY.com. In Spokane, I'm Eleni Dow, 4 News Now.